Good morning. Today being the 9th day of February 2020. And we had a storm bigger than Katrina that hit America. And you imagine you have people that are elected to speak for you, like the congressman, our member of parliament is also a minister, Darren Henfield, and his sidekick, James Albury. Some 6 months in, they have not had a one-town meeting to speak to their people on what the government is prepared to do. Only thing we've heard is from the Prime Minister is absolutely with just an authority that he's not going to build one single house for Bahamians. That was mind-boggling to hear that. So the question is, what happened to the monies that the international community give him for the rebuilding of Abaco? We haven't heard anything from those monies lately. Imagine the people that you put in a position like Darren Henfield and James Albury to speak for you. These persons have not speak to you in 6 months. I've seen more at the back of my MP, Darren Henfield, than the front of him. Always rushing through like he's the Messiah. And I just want to give James some advice. He left the milk carton every now and again, and he would pop up on television in Nassau. This week he talked about the sensitive nature of the cleanup, and he's pleased with the cleanup. Well, James, you need to come and tell Marshall that you're pleased that the garbage being on the side of Pelican Shores, which is the Hollywood of Abaco, for 6 months, and you're pleased. And what is so sensitive about picking up garbage in Pelican Shores? When the residents themselves put it on the side of the street like the government asked them to do. They did that 6 months ago. Now there's a private company over there muscling in, moving the debris. But James said he's okay with that. It's so sensitive. Well, James, if the government of the Bahamas would have put all that effort into the cleaning up of the Haitian communities, the mud, the peas, sandbanks, treasure key. Man, I drive down there and it's as smooth as a baby's behind. Not a debris on there. And they are still continually working in the mud and the peas. Now they're digging for gold there. They're digging up the mud. Carrying it out. Something in the milk is not clean. That is what James needs to tell Marshall. What is his government plan for the mud and the peas? Because they have spent millions and millions cleaning it up and still cleaning it up. They have been continually working 7 days a week for 5 months in the mud and the peas. And if the government would have put half of that effort into the cleanup of Marshall, Pelican Shores, Dundas, Murphytown, and Central Pines, we would have been back to some sense of normalcy. And I want to ask James Albury, because we ain't heard nothing from Darren lately. He like come to funeral to make sure you're dead. That's the way you see him. He's on every program of somebody from Abaco that's dead and talking, but he know them, and he ain't had no communication in 35 years with Abaco. Why, Darren and James, can we get water 3 miles into Dundestown? Why can't we get electricity? That is the question 6 months in. That is what people want to know. That will bring some sense of normalcy. So James, you see, if you watch my videos, you'll catch some sense while it's being spoken. Because I know, I live here. I don't come and go like the weather. So spend some time and talk to a people that elected you to speak for them. It's impossible, James Albury, to speak for Mashaba when you don't speak to them. You see, you and Darren don't know that the position you hold is not of hierarchy. It is a service position. You were elected to serve the people of Abaco. And the question is, are you doing that? Have you done that? Have you done that? And how are you going to come back to the people asking to be re-elected? That I'm waiting to see. It's one day Sunday, early morning, car care videos. James, spend some time trying to care. Try to fake it. So far, you've been doing a bad job. You're live on WCAY.